Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, gonna be a patron cast for myself, who is a patron of mine at patreon.com/FalconPaladin for $10 a month, which gives him the right to send me one replay every month and I'll cast it on the main channel. Alright, so we got Torraxe here on Curious Minds. He is the enemy, the Red Terran player, and on the bottom right, a Blue Protoss, the chivalrous myself. So, is there going to be cheese here today? Probably not, because we have a barracks inside the main base of Torraxe and a double gateway opening here from myself. Okay. So he's planning on putting pressure on Torraxe here. Is Torraxe ready for it? We will have to wait and see. He's primed to wall off against Adepts. He's making a Reaper. Probe scouting. 1 Rex expand timing. We've got a Reaper on the way. This Reaper's name is Moxie. This perpetually abused imp from hell worked for IMP, which stands for Immediate Murder Professionals, demons who go back to the living world as assassins. He was tasked with shooting Emperor Mengsk. Oh, interesting. Pylon tossed down there by myself. Not sure what that was. While Moxie's shot was accurate, the plot armor laser shield stopped the bullet short. Moxie was captured and stuffed into a Reaper suit filled with holy water. This is a reference to Hell of a Boss, which I assume is a TV show of some kind. I don't know, man. Anyway, is there anything to deal with this? Well, there's an Adept coming in, but not here yet. Yeah, myself's timing is a little bit... Oh, all of the probes come off the line for this? No! It doesn't need to be this way. Oh, that is a ton of lost mining time. I don't know, so like what's worse? Losing a probe because no probes died there. Excellent. But also a ton of lost mining time on that mineral line there. So yeah, great scout from the Reaper too. He sees 3 gate, sees a cyber core researching warp gate, sees a forge. He's like, okay, this is a 1 basing Protoss. He's going to try to kill me. So tell you what, a bunker would be cool. But I don't know, if these are Adepts, like, a siege tank would be pretty awesome here as well. But honestly, myself for going 1 base here doesn't seem to be really doing a whole lot. He's got 2 Adepts. I mean, yes, definitely teching up. Maybe going for charge, maybe going for a warp prism. But Torraxe is just casually on 2 bases, double orbital command here. He's producing off of his 3 unit producing structures, his 3 barracks. So he's got as much unit producing potential as myself does, but his income potential is a lot higher. So I don't know, man. We've got +1 coming in on the Forge. We've got charge coming in on the Twilight Council. We've got another gateway. All right, fair. And concussive shells being researched from Torraxe. And I don't know, man. I don't know what your plan is here myself. Maybe a warp prism? Maybe a robotics bay, an observer, okay. Warp gates, warping in zealots, and there's an adept, and I don't know, man. I just don't know. You're oversaturated in your main base. And plus 1 armor. Infantry armor is coming in from Torraxe. All right. Should be fairly interesting. Charge lots are pretty darn good against Marines and Marauders, but I don't know. I don't know if there are enough of them, and they're not charge lots yet. So Adept scouting, yes, it's a large army. Do not go up that ramp. Expanding is myself. And 30 workers to 25. Again, oversaturated here. Or maybe not. Maybe not oversaturated. There's not a lot of bouncing going on. So Templar Archives warping in. For Storm, maybe? Yeah. And Torraxe is just going Marine and Marauder. And Medivacs. He's got a starport on the way. A little bit late here, but better late than never. That's what they say. So +1 infantry armor is complete. +1 attack for infantry is on the way. Storm's being researched. High Templars are warping in. There he is. There's 1 High Templar. There's 2 High Templar floating. Their caves gently flowing in the breeze that doesn't exist for any other unit. And, ooh, Storm Drop would be kind of hot. Yeah, so like getting into the main base, Storm, boom, boom, 2 Storms, and then bringing some charge lots in to clean up what's left, that would be really damaging to Torraxe here, and could be a way for this to work out. I don't know, myself's at 31 workers, Torraxe is at 34, but income with mules from Torraxe is going to help him quite a bit. Not that he's using mules, mind you. He's got full energy just about on that orbital command in the main, and he's got close to full energy at his natural base too. So 2 medevacs, army value is 58 to 35. Storm is done, though. Third base coming in behind this from Torraxe, which is great. So good. Oh, and then he just decides he's going to back on out. Tragic, really. I think he could have gotten there. Yeah, I don't know. So he kind of pokes out, sees there's not a third base, is like, cool, I got a third base on the way. I'm awesome. Neat. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the plan is here. Torraxe is a little supply blocked, unfortunately. If he's waiting for this command center to give him supply, it's going to be a bit. Yeah, this hurts. This really hurts for Torraxe. So charge lot High Templar is the play here today from myself. Gonna got the +1. He's working on +1 ground armor, which is cool. Getting a robotics bay here too. Gonna warp that sucker in. And yeah, Torraxe just is like Planetary Fortress 3rd. Tanks up, Marines, Marauders, medevac. Where's the other medevac? Was there a drop that I missed? Boop. Medevac 1, medevac 2. Ah, it's just over here. It's gonna heal up any attacks or any damage that happens inside the natural base. So, Torraxe is up 44 to 39 workers, plus, again, I would say, oh, maybe he's using mules. No, that was a scan, wasn't it? Look at this. This is a full energy orbital command. You don't have the little energy bar over it whatsoever. So he's got 1-1 charge lots. He's got Storm. He's got a bunch of High Templar here. There's not good splits, not good, getting out of the Storm here from Torraxe. This attack could go pretty well for the Protoss player. Third base warped up from him on that right side at just about the 3 o'clock position. Pretty fancy stuff. Turrets coming up at the third base here from Torraxe. 52 to 39 workers. He's really out-macroing the Protoss here. And myself's not harassing at all. He hasn't really attacked whatsoever. He's just kind of been poking and prodding and, adept shading and stuff. And yeah, he's going to kill an SCV. That's nice. We're not going to say no to that. Whoa, okay. Beautiful storms. Oh my gosh, they're so good, but not good enough. Wow, maybe good enough. Oh my gosh, that was so good. Like, hats off, bravo to myself there. Resource lost are 4,100 for Torraxe. Ooh, and a little storm drop inside the main. Oh my gosh, that was brutal. You gotta watch that one again. I knew it. I prophesied that was coming. Storm 1, Storm 2, Storm 3. Oh, that's about only 6 SCVs died there about. Maybe some on the gas there too. But yo, that is 9 SCVs that have died so far. So I guess 8 plus the 1 that died over here. Yeah, if you got in there earlier when that was a fully saturated base, that would have been sweet. So yes, if you're a Protoss player and you're struggling, against anything really, getting Storm is good. Like, getting Storm against Terran, getting Storm against Zerg, especially getting Storm against Protoss, like, all of it's good. Third base for myself is up. He's not really probing. He's just continuing to pump out Zealots here. And yeah, the Zealots alone were not going to do that, but Zealots plus Psionic Storm was going to be great. Oh, I don't know about Thors. Like, charge lots kind of eat up Thors. Nom, 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 nom. Deliciously. +2/+1 is here on the upgrades. Ooh, and 1. So 2/1/1 upgrades here for the Protoss. We got +2 and +1 there, and some vehicle upgrades as well with the +1/+1 for the tanks and whatnot. All right. Third base for myself again, not rolling. Torraxe back up to 42 workers. Again, he lost 11, which is kind of bad, but not the worst thing in the world. He's got 42 to 46 total workers, plus, again, mules, if he believed in mules, which he does not at all. He's like, all right, well, this time Storms won't kill all my stuff because I don't know what reason he would have for that. He's all clumped up. Colossus are on the way, which are terrible against Thors, so I don't know about making Colossus here. Storms charge a lot. Seems to be just fine. I like how there's one Immortal and, like, a couple Stalkers. We're okay. We're not going crazy. It's not only Zealots and High Templar. It's also, you know, some other stuff mixed in. I love this both players moving out at the same time play. It's always weird when this happens. So charge lots move in. Eat it up. Storm's not. There you go. Storm. Okay, that's not the greatest storm of the world, but the Thor's like, yeah, why don't you storm me? Sounds great, man. Fantastic. I don't think he took any damage at all, actually. So all of a sudden, 61 and 26 army supply. Torraxe, push it, man. Push it. You could do this. It's going to heal up. Fine. Heal up with all the stim and all the storm damage that he took. Wait for reinforcements to come in, maybe? Come on, Torraxe. I believe in you. Let's go. Ooh, that's a lot of charge lots, man. But, you know, Blue Flame Hellbat's not terrible here, but that's such a good storm. And now it's like, oh, wait. Kind of storming his own Zealots there a little bit, but he does clean it out with 3 Zealots remaining. Myself's got a 4th base warping in down here on location as well. 4th base coming up. Already done, actually, for Torraxe. Upgrading that to a planetary fortress. So this feels like a game where Torraxe is like, man, if Storm didn't exist, I'd be winning this game for sure. And he would. He definitely would. But, I mean, yeah, that's the point. Splash damage against Terran is awesome. It's always frustrating in team games when you get a Protoss player who wants to fight against an enemy Terran and just doesn't go splash at all. It's like Void Raising Carriers and stuff, and you're like, look, man. I know Void Raising Carriers are really good against Zerg and like really good, and Protoss too, but like seriously, against Terran, you're not getting any splash damage at all. This is just the power of Storm. This is what it does to Terran. It makes them sad. So Colossus walking out. They're robots is what they sound like. Yeah, so 4 base to 4 base. Whatever, everything's cool here. Upgrades are continuing apace here. Look at that. Extended thermal lance. We've got +3 attack. We have +2 shields, +2 armor. I mean, across the board here. Oh, +3 armor, rather. Nice. Take that, Widow Mine. How dare you? Okay, well, that Zealot. In a rough place there. Really tough. 5th base warping in from myself here. Torraxe is a bit gun shy, which I can't really blame him for because, man, has he gotten stormed to absolute death today. He's taken so many storms, he's just not really feeling like he's having a good time, you know? I think everyone who's taken, you know, 17 storms in the first 10 minutes of a game probably feels that way. Oh, Disruptor too, nice. Disruptor hit, doesn't, ow, I think I killed more Zealots than anything. The Colossus getting free hits? I mean, look, free hits is free hits. Again, not great against Thors, not great against Marauders, but pretty good against the Marines. And once again, Torraxe is like, dang it. Just can't get any damage here today. I like the wall of supply depots that he's thrown up protecting this 3rd base from Zealot run-bys. Good from him. Myself is at 69 workers. Haha, funny number. And 61 workers for Torraxe. Every time, I'm like, we got to take the mules into account, but we don't, because Torraxe doesn't believe in mules. He has a religious objection to mules for reasons I don't understand. He's good. Like, he knows what he's doing. His macro's amazing. Just like nobody ever sat him down and was like, okay, so these are mules. They give you extra mineral income real fast, and they're awesome, and they're free. You gotta use the energy, though, on your Nexus, like or on your orbital. Blah. Yeah, it's kind of hybriding here, right? He's got mech, he's got Marines, he's got Marauders. I think he's got some Marauders, but topside attack! Here comes the Protoss. Yo! Can they take out the Archons? There's the Storms. Everything was going okay for the Terran right up until that point, but no! No, it doesn't. The Colossus died, but everything for the Terran is gone. A handful of Archons remain. Disruptors spinning over on the side here, not ready to really contribute as much. And myself manages to hold this Nexus. He loses some buildings. There's a lot of blood on the ground from dead Marines and stuff. Torraxe is expanding bottom left. He's expanding well. He's producing well. I mean, he's sitting on 3,000 minerals, yeah. And he's got some barracks that are empty, yeah. And some factories that could be producing stuff, too. There you go. Oh, there, just popping out 6 Marines at a time. Good stuff there. +3 attack, +2 armor on those guys. He's working on +3 infantry armor, +3 attack for vehicles, too. Top right base from myself is coming up. Army value 105 to 72. Splash damage, Archons, Disruptors, High Templar. Myself knows how to play this matchup. He's doing very, very well with it indeed. So you're going to try to bust through this. Actually, it's not closed. So, yeah, the Zealots get right on in and wipe out that tank. No problemo! That Planetary should be able to hold their Disruptor shots, though. Oh, my gosh. Killer Disruptor shots, though. He's like, fight with the Planetary, says Torraxe. That's how you gotta do this. The Planetary's getting repaired despite all the Stalker damage getting poured onto it, storming the SCVs, and that helps. Bam, Planetary down. Army value 71 to 47. Both players sitting at about 3,000 minerals and a couple thousand gas here, but that's a massive win. Killing an enemy base, especially a fairly new one, is going to be great. No matter who you are. This base dying would be hot. This base dying would be hot, but myself doesn't know about it. See? Doesn't know about it. Invisible. Nothing down here. Nothing at all. And there's no reason to scout down there because you're expanding up this way. Why would you not think that Torraxe is expanding down this way is the question. That is what I like to refer to as the question. Six more gateways warping in here from myself. He says, yeah, I need more production. Good. Not so much happening here from Torraxe. He's like, you know what? I'm cool with the amount of factories and barracks that I have, which isn't great, but, you know, he's doing okay. SCV's hanging out because there's nowhere for them to go. Come down this way, Protoss army. Come see. Come see what you're missing. Widow Mines got the drilling claws. They're burrowing quickly. You know, some solid Widow Mine hits can really turn battles like this. Disruptors are like, can we hit them from here? Ooh. Ooh, yes. Yes, you can. Building armors on the way from Torraxe. That's how you know this is a longer game. We're 22 minutes into this thing. It's definitely macro, super macro oriented here on Curious Minds. Are we going to get every single one of these bases mined out? I mean, we're taking them all. So maybe this game goes on long enough. I mean, this one, I don't know if Torraxe is going to feel safe enough to come back here for a while. He scans and he's like, yeah, there's an army sitting there. Maybe we could take it back. Heck, he feels good. They're going to come right up this ramp and say, roar, and then eat a storm right to the face. I'm trying to kite. Yes, kite, 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 kite. Beautiful. And it does get myself to leave this location, which is fine, I guess. But now you need to take it yourself, sir. Get up that ramp. Hold it. Hold it. Be brave. Be strong. You know what would be great against this comp is a whole bunch of siege tanks. Because none of this stuff is long range. Disruptors outrange, I mean, tanks outrange disruptors and stalkers and everything here. Like 3 or 4 siege tanks in the group, just getting free hits off when they come in to kill you would be great. I mean, he had some tanks and then the charge lots murdered them, which is fair. Yeah, Torraxe maxed out. Doesn't have much of a bank here, really, because he, you know, he's going for the everything strat. He's getting Liberators now. So it's Marine Marauder, Thor, Hellbat, Liberators, Siege Tank, Medevac. Like, it's a lot of stuff here. Maybe some landed Vikings for good measure. Why not some of those too? Trying to engage. Oh, where's your High Templars at? There's one. Yo. Thor versus everybody. Not good. Why didn't he get the order to retreat? Look what I found. Myself found it. He found the base in the bottom left. Disruptors on the SCVs preemptively, but some of them are still alive, and they are repairing, and they're not out repairing the damage, and the Planetary is very dead. Sweet. Sweet plays there from myself. He does manage to scout this and kill it. Probably later than he wanted it to. Like, he's like, No, how long has this been there, he would say. So at this point, I think myself economically is just doing better than Torraxe is. You know, the thing that kills Terran fans watching this is if mules were a thing, Torraxe would have so many more minerals to deal with right now. I mean, okay, sure, he's got 2,000, and that's good, but he could have so much more. He could be maxed out, he could have a bank, he could remax if he loses his army pretty quickly. Dude, high-sec auto-tracking, air weapons getting researched here too from Torraxe. It's the make everything, throw it at the enemy strategy. Yeah, I don't know. Like, these zealots didn't do anything, but oh, multiple attacks coming in from multiple locations here. Left side, right side. There's not a lot for the Terran to hold this off. Most of his army's up here and is not responding to this particularly strong attack from myself. Meanwhile, he's going to go for some kind of a drop on myself. Almost entirely undefended base here. Like, oh my gosh, there's nothing happening at all. Another planetary getting worked down by, well, the Immortals aren't really helping. There you go. Immortals and Stalkers, and Liberator's going to set up a defender zone here. This drop's doing great. Completely obliterating myself's 6th base, or whichever one this is. And Torraxe, he holds off. He keeps that planetary alive. And so this is, I don't know, a lot of productions here from myself. He tossed up a ton. Oh, nice focus on the pylons there to depower all of these warp gates. Because myself's got 10,000 minerals. But, I mean, he's okay. He's got like 8 or 9 functioning warp gates in the main base, which Torraxe is going to do his best to obliterate. He does have stim. Yes, he has stim. He's not really into using it, I guess. But seriously, though, stim your guys. Stim them. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Immortals aren't going to help with this. Stalkers coming in one at a time are also not going to help with this. But, I mean, enough Stalkers. Yes, fine. Getting that surround. Medevacs dying. Much easier to kill the Marines when the Medevacs are dead, as they are. Yeah, this is a knockdown, drag 'em out style game now. And myself needs to repower these warp gates, retake this base. His main base, I think he lost a robotics bay, which he might want to rebuild. But, you know, I don't know. Are disruptors really the difference between winning and losing here? Maybe. Maybe so. He's... No. Oh, there's only one medevac here. That's so sad. There's two. There's 2 medevacs out. Look, you're going hybrid mech bio. So, like, you're not going to have a ton of medevacs in that situation, right? I mean, probably not. As soon as you make one, all of its energy gets drained off. Because the previous medevacs are out. They're out of energy, baby. Oh, there's some guys over here too, man. Oh, medevac's like, I can help you a little bit. Torraxe retaking his 3rd on the left side. Love that for him. This bottom left base is kind of mining for myself, and by that I mean there's a single probe down here. And myself says, let's go. Let's do this thing. I don't have any High Templar in this army. That's just problematic. Disruptor's not really firing either. I don't, yeah, myself's like, wait. I thought I had some storm. Alright. Well, we're back on Colossus here. We rebuilt the robotics bay somewhere. Probably over here. I don't know where it is, man. There's a Reaper? What the heck? That's not the Reaper. Oh my god. Nope, that's a different Reaper. Okay, different Reaper. Structures tab says robotics bay is... Oh, it's been here. Rebuilt there, I guess. Wait, did it die? Am I hallucinating? No, it did die. Okay, so robotics bay did die. It was replanted at an extinct base. Another attack comes in. These Thors did not get repaired. Oh, they're so squishy. They're so squishy. This might be our final battle with myself ruining everything for Torraxe. Yo. Okay. Fine, I guess. Death to the Emperor. Death to the planetary fortress. Death to liberators. This is Scrappy here for myself. He's taking Widow Mine shots because he doesn't have any obs here. Ow. Ah. Widow Mines are so mean. Also, Torraxe did a big old drop on myself's top right base, but it's 141 to 104 supply. Well, and yeah, the top right base actually dies. Torraxe decides to come down this way, but a slow warping of Stalkers convinces him not to go there because there's 2 Colossus and a bunch of charge lots too. So we're just on a killing planetary fortress spree here. Kind of. The Liberator doing a good job actually keeping this guy alive for now. Stalkers were prioritizing. Ow! Trying to find an angle where you can actually hit. Can't? Okay, cool. Stalker gonna die with exactly 1 kill, which is fine. Oh, maybe he got 2. That Marine died, I think. Pretty sure that happened. And then these oh no. No. We're not at a stage of a game where you can just give up free units here by yourself. Okay, that's 3 Immortals that just got killed. It's suddenly 127 and 117 supply. There was a massive lead here for myself, and he just kind of left all these guys here instead of helping on the attack. I guess he was worried about the drop. Trying to upgrade that 4th base or 3rd base again to a planetary. Not in time. Not in time. Very sad. Very sad command center here. Only a couple Stalkers, so it should be able to survive. Widow Mines, Siege Take, Marine Marauder, Banshee. I mean, the Zealots are going to eat everything here, but by golly, the Widow Mine hits were juicy ones. And yeah, the Zealots are all going to die. So I don't know, do they pay for themselves there? Possibly. Do I feel great about it? Not really. Oh, this time without Immortals. And it works! This time Colossus Zealot Stalker takes down the Planetary. It's the last remaining source of income for Torraxe. And Torraxe is going to have a really hard time winning this game from this point. There's still mining going on for myself. Oversaturated, mind you. Bottom left base is happening. But Torraxe is like, hey, remember how I just lost my most recent source of income? It'd be terrible if that happened to you as well. Okay, so it takes down the Nexus. So myself still has this, but again, not many minerals left. Only 5 patches active, and I mean 200-ish minerals per patch. Top right base is an option for myself, but he's not really transferring probes up there because of the chaos. High ground, siege tanks, and Marines. Not really enough. The tanks are going to die. They're going to take some stuff with them, though. Oh, long distance mining SCVs going through an absolute war zone. Not what you like to see if you're an SCV at all. Ow. Ow. Some of them actually made it all the way through. Incredible stuff. This Viking's like, I'll do it. I'll kill. You have so much armor. He's got 3 armor and 3 shields. These Colossus do. Meanwhile, a little drop back here at myself's, again, oversaturated base. But did they kill a bunch of those probes? Hold on. It's dude, myself is down to 9. 9 workers. Oh boy. Widowmine connects. Okay, this is intense, but it is 81 to 34 army supply. So I mean, look. Myself has the upper hand here. I really don't see. And these Widow Mines, though. God. Amazing. Like, truly incredible stuff here. This Widow Mine's just like, give me something. Yeah. Use the Disruptor to kill the Widow Mines. You can see them. You could see them. Yay. Yay. He did it, the thing. Yeah, you can see the little depressions in the ground. See them? Especially after they fire, you could totally tell where they are. Actually, just all the time. Was that always been the case? Okay, so it clears out all the Widow Mines. That drops Torraxe down to 35 army supply. What on earth does 35 army supply look like? I guess it's 12 Marines, 2 Marauders, a tank, a Viking, a Medevac, and a couple Widow Mines here. Torraxe is... He's gonna try to, like, Helm's Deep this thing. He's gonna try to defend it with all of his powers. Torraxe mining up here, but I don't know that it matters. I don't know. Trying to force your way up a ramp where there are siege tanks and marines and stuff is generally a bad idea, but I guess if you have enough everything and you're Protoss and you have good upgrades, you could do it. Yeah, alright. So, that's your GG. Okay, look, Torraxe is... He believes, man. He believes he can do this. He's got a handful of Marines and an absolute dream. He's going to kill this Nexus probably for the second time today. Torraxe, no. Torraxe GG's out. Myself also GG's out. And that is, in point of fact, a good game. It was a good game, says myself. Bam, wins it. And taps out himself. Well done. That was insane. That was a really fun one, myself. Thanks for sending that in. Dude, 57,000 resources lost for both players. It's a little tiny bit more, like 200 more resources lost. 125 more resources lost for Torraxe here. That's insane. That's so crazy. But, you know, myself just had more bases. He made more things. He had better upgrades. I mean, the upgrades were 333s. The air attack wasn't super hot from Torraxe. I guess because it wasn't a 3. But anyway, yo, yeah, what a bloodbath. 181 Zealots died, 294 Marines, 4 planetaries got burned down, a command center and an orbital. How many Nexuses? Only 3 in comparison. That seems pretty good. 84 probes and 77 SCVs got taken out. Yeah, so Torraxe, if he understood that mules are a thing, I feel like he'd have a better time. He would have a much better time if he understood what mules were. Yeah. Oh, man. Absolutely something. I'll give it a something here from Torraxe. Once again, it was Thors, Widow Mines, Hellbats, Vikings, Liberators, kind of, Siege Tanks, Marines, and Marauders. It was a lot of stuff, man. Yo. Crazy stuff. All right, cool. So that right there is going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a Patreon cast. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.